Well, hello. This is unit number 3 and 4 for the International Protocol short course. I was just looking over some of the international symbols. I'll be attaching the sheet for you. So there are two elements of units 3 and 4, and that is finding out what the right protocol is for any of the thousands of different nations and ethnic visitors that you might have to your park, your museum, or your site. And this really comes home. I'm currently working on an evaluation study for the American Arab National Museum in Dearborn, Michigan, and we're going to be having hundreds, if not thousands, of Middle Eastern visitors coming from Iran and Pakistan and India and Kuwait and over visiting the museum over its course. And we're going to be doing a visitor survey at the beginning. And as part of doing the visitor survey, I have to train the people who will be administering the questionnaires and the protocol in approaching international visitors who might be coming from Middle Eastern countries. So what I have to do and what you have to do is go to the internet and type in on Google protocol and sort of communicating with visitors from, and in this case, I put Iran, or I put Iraq, or I put Syria, and pages will come up, and it talks about everything from food to hand gestures to who to approach. Like at our museums, when a family comes in, our administrators will approach the head of the family and then ask permission for him and his wife and his children as well to fill out the survey. You avoid eye contact with certain folks. You may or may not shake hands, which depending on what country they're from. There is a social hand and a toilet hand. So your assignment for Unit 3, and I printed one out for you for Chinese visitors, is to do an internet search for some of the most common international visitors to your particular site and kind of print out some of the protocol for those visitors and begin to make a notebook for yourself. And so your homework is to do that and then email me back which international visitors you've been researching as far as protocol. Also, remember that you can refer to the handbook that I sent you as well. And then the question arose, well, how do you communicate with international visitors from another country that don't speak English or read English? How you communicate with them non-verbally? And that's where something like our international symbols come in, especially if you're concerned with wayfinding or you're concerned about safety. Don't touch this or don't pick that. Like if they're walking trails, you don't want them to pick poison ivy. So what I want you to do is to look through some of these international symbols and see which of these nonverbal forms of communicating would work for your park or your museum or your site. And if you can't find an international symbol that works for like safety, like on a trail or along a boardwalk or something, what I'd like you to do is list some of the international symbol types that you need so that maybe we can help you make up some. So one of your assignments is if you can't, this is for Unit 4, if you can't find an international symbol that works for you, you might do a mock-up of one or two nonverbal ways of communicating a safety issue, like staying on a trail or getting too close to the edge of something. It might be communicating dangerous animals. So if you're in California, it might be mountain lions. If you're in Canada or in some of the western areas, it might be dealing with encounters with bears or other encounters with wildlife. So you may need to make a brand new international symbol for that. So your assignment for Unit 4 is to think through that and maybe mock up a couple of international symbols that would work for your site if one doesn't already exist. So that's what Unit 3 and 4 is about. One is researching protocols for different nationalities, just like I'm doing right now for the American Arab Museum. So you can begin to build a notebook of the protocols for audiences, that may be coming to your site. And then also to think about international symbols and nonverbal communications for wayfinding and safety that would be appropriate for your park, museum, or site as well. So that's what Unit 3 and 4 is all about. It's on its way to you, and I hope it gives you a good thought process. And if you have any problems, let me know. Send me an email, and I can give you a call, and we can chat more about it. That's it for now. Enjoy Unit 3 and 4, and I'll be chatting with you later. Bye-bye.